Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, I am Esikasi and I'm so happy to be recording again. So, by the title of this video, you can already tell what I'm going to be talking about. My birth video, my first ever birth experience. So I'm very excited about that. Make sure to subscribe if you are new, leave a like, and please comment down below what you think. If you did not see my previous videos, I was pregnant. But right now I'm gonna insert a picture or a video to show you that I am back to being alone in my body again, and I cannot tell you how good it feels. You know that breath that you take right after you've been swimming underwater, the first breath when you come up for air? Whew, that's how this feels right now. Anyway, I have not been recording, so before I wanted to do so many videos like exercising and stuff like that, but everything just happened so fast I didn't have time. And honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys, of which I'm always gonna be, I got super lazy and heavy. I did not feel like doing anything, and yeah, it's my first ever birth experience. I was so excited and nervous at the same time, but now that I've gotten through it, I'm proud of myself. I'm just gonna say I am proud of myself, and I don't know, it was just amazing. It was an experience that if you're a woman, you don't know that you need to have it until you have it. So yeah, I got through it. I'm back. I'm happy. I got my baby girl. Her name is Nomvula Sky Mudiwa Bungosi. So her first name, Nomvula, is a Zulu name by yours truly, her Zulu mom. And then Sky, I just put it because, wow, I love it. And it basically means the sky is the limit for her and for me, even though I am a teen mom. And then the third one, Mudiwa, it means loved one. So she's loved by everybody, her whole family. So that's a Shona name by her father, her Shona dad. Then Nomvula. I don't know how many Zulus are watching these videos, but it basically means rain. So I love rain, and I just decided to name my child after it. I don't think it's that bad because like there's so many names out there, guys. So I named my child what I wanted to name my child. No judgments. So my baby girl was born on the 27th of December 2020. Anyway, she's here. I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm fit. I'm happy. And guys, I did have a natural birth, thank God. So I'm just gonna start 2 days leading up to my birth. I actually got in touch with my distant cousin, not distant actually, my cousin. So to us, she's my sister basically, but she also is a teen mom right now, and she gave birth before me, like months and months before. So I found that out 2 days before I was about to give birth, of which I didn't know. And then I tried by all means. I contacted her mom, I tried contacting her dad, until I finally got her number and I called her and I got in touch with her through Facebook. Facebook, guys, is like, I feel it's the platform to connect people who have lost touch, you know. But I'm getting off topic. I connected her with her through Facebook, okay. So I'm telling her I'm pregnant. Okay, I don't know if she knew that, but I told her. And then I was like, bruh, I heard that you gave birth. What did you tell me? Okay, we didn't have each other's contacts. So then we're talking about the birth experience. I'm like, girl, you gotta tell me because I'm about to give birth. I have no idea what to expect. It's my first time. It was your first time. How was it for you? Blah, 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 blah. Even though I know like everybody's birth experiences are different, but I just wanted something so I could feel prepared somehow. I don't know. And at the same time, I was feeling so heavy. I wanted this baby to be out, even though I was like nervous and didn't know what was gonna happen. But she told me, she's like, the contractions, they are not for little girls. Her exact words, guys. I quote, she said, the contractions are not for little girls. So I didn't know what to make of that. I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm not a little girl, be overconfident, then I die in the process. But then again, I didn't want to be like, I can't do that. I'm a little girl and be scared, you know? I can't do that. I'm already pregnant. This baby has to come out one way or the other. Anyway, she's telling me that her labor was basically 8 hours. She's like, her labor started a little after midnight and she had her baby, yeah, around 6 a.m. So her baby is a baby boy. He's so cute. I was so happy for her, but I still had a mountain to climb on my own. Anyway, the following day, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do much exercises. Like, I got to my due date and I was like, I wanted this baby to be out, so I started doing exercises then, okay? And my due date, they had estimated was around the 12th, 15th, and they were telling me I was bound to give birth before Christmas. So I was waiting and nervous, and I got to Christmas, like, this baby's not coming. I'm gonna try to do something. So I started doing some exercises, and mind you, by the time I'm like, I do want this baby out, but I was anxious because it can happen at any time, and I know the experience might not be the same, but I didn't want the same thing to happen to me that happened to my cousin, where I start going to labor at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Like, I didn't know how I'd be able to handle that. Mind you, my mom was right by my side. She was also waiting with me because they told us before Christmas, so she came around the 23rd, so we were just waiting. So she came just to be with me and so that I would have transport at the same time whenever it started. So I'm doing the exercise. Maybe I did like 2 of them, yeah, the days prior. So I'm doing the exercises, and then on the 27th I'm waking up with a pressure on my lower back, just a small bit of pressure, you know, nothing much. I'm getting up, I feel like I want to poop, just a bit. So I get up, I go to the bathroom and I pee, nothing else. So I go back and I try to sleep. No man, this pressure is still there. So that time is like 7 a.m. So I wake up my mom, and actually she told me that she was awake when she heard me getting up to go to the bathroom. So when I come back and I try to sleep and I wake up and I'm telling her, I'm like, I'm feeling a bit of pressure on my lower back, but I don't want to say it's anything because I don't know what it's even supposed to feel like, okay? So she's like, really? Okay, rest a bit and tell me if it like persists. So I try to rest for like 30 minutes. I'm like, it's not going anywhere. She's like, okay, go take a bath. I'm like, a bath? Like, I'm thinking it's a normal morning, guys, okay? So I'm like, a bath this early? Like, I still want to rest. I'm feeling heavy. Like, why do I need to take a bath? It's just a bit of pressure. Maybe I need to poop. Maybe I'm constipated. I don't know. So she's like, no, go take a bath. You think if it's real, when they're getting strong, you're gonna want to take a bath? No, go take a bath, okay? She knows more than me, obviously. So I go take a bath, you guys. Mind you, that time, my hospital bag is packed because I've been putting it off because we needed some more supplies and we thought we still have more time since the baby didn't arrive or whatnot. So we just, like, we had decided that we're gonna go get the stuff and then make, pack my hospital bag. So I'm taking a bath and I'm laying there. This thing is getting stronger, okay? So I take out my phone and I have the app that I calculate my contractions with. And then I calculated and my contractions were already 5 minutes apart. Like, that's how, when I counted, it showed. So I'm confused because I've been watching so many YouTube videos and researching and reading and whatnot, and I know when your contractions are 5 minutes apart, you're supposed to go to the hospital. But they're 5 minutes apart and they're not painful. So if they're 5 minutes apart, first of all, they're supposed to be painful. I've seen the people, like, okay, I've seen the videos. So they're not that painful. They're 5 minutes apart. I'm like, okay, this could be false labor. Oh my god, I don't want to go through that, so I'm just gonna chill. I chill in the bathroom for like an hour, guys, for like an hour in the bath, just laying on my phone, calculating though, because they're not going anywhere. So I'm laying there, 5 minutes apart, 4 minutes apart, 6 minutes apart, you know, they're not going anywhere. When I get up from the water, I don't know what the water was doing, guys, but water does help. Water does help, speaking from experience. Because when I got up from the water, my lower back and my waist, they were pounding. Not painful, but pounding. Like, I felt that pressure going in, and I'm like, I need to poop, I need to poop. I finished the bath, like cleaning up and stuff, and I go to the bathroom. Nothing happens. Okay, drops of pee, drops of pee. Finishing up, I'm going back inside. I'm like, okay, I need to poop. My waist, they keep on coming. I cannot even pee, only drops. I don't know what's happening. My grandma's like, ooh. My mom's like, okay, we're gonna pack. So the car wasn't with us at the moment. My stepfather had taken it with him to do some business. So my mom is like, should I call him? Should I tell him to come bring the car around? Because if it's starting, we need transport. And like, we can't wait for transport to come when your contractions are already painful. And I'm like, nah, like, I'm feeling you. Okay, good. I guess my pain tolerance must be high or something, because I was feeling okay. So much so that I'm telling my mom, nah, let him chill a bit, because like, it could be false labor and I don't want to cause a commotion over nothing. What. Not knowing that this baby was determined to come in the next hours. So I'm laying there. No, man, they're getting stronger. They're getting stronger and stronger and stronger, but still not as painful. Like, I feel like if you've been watching so many YouTube videos and seen people in that much pain, I was expecting that pain as well, but it just did not come for some reason. Or it did, and I was expecting much worse. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm in the bed. It's getting worse, guys. It's getting worse. So now I'm like, sounds are coming out involuntarily. Sounds are coming out. I'm laying in the bed. My mom is frantically packing the hospital bag. It was the funniest day. Like, when I realized it could be actually, I'm seeing the bag getting packed, busy getting what I need. Okay, so the contractions are still coming, but they come and stop. So every time they stop, I'm also helping pack. I'm thinking what I'm gonna need. I'm thinking what the baby's gonna need. What can I be packing in my hospital bag, guys? I'm just putting everything in there. I'm pretty sure I put bubble gum in there. I didn't even use that, so yeah. So afterwards, my mom is like, no, this contraction is getting stronger. I'm calling him. We're calling him. He still has an hour, 30 minutes drive to get to us. So that's how far he was. That's how far the business that he was doing was. And okay, we're calling. He's like, he's coming. He's definitely coming. He's speeding, because we keep on calling him every 10 to 15 minutes, telling him, these are getting stronger. If you're not going to be here, we're going to find another ride. Of which, an hour later, my mom is like, no, we can't keep on waiting for him. Maybe there's traffic wherever he's at, whatnot. They go around. They're trying to find a car now. We need a car to take me to somewhere close. So they go, and next door there was a car. So my grandmother goes next door, and she's like, okay, we're gonna need transport and what. Then the guy is like, okay, he's leaving now, so I can either go with them or like he's leaving. And I'm still like toughing it out. I'm like, nah, we can wait for my dad or whatnot. Okay, so the neighbor's car gone, no transport. 20 minutes later, I'm holding the wall. I wanna dig my fingers into this wall, guys, the way that these contractions were coming. So my mom is like, no, we're not gonna have this baby in this house. They go walking around looking for a car until they found one. Like, they found a car. There was a car right by the gate, and I'm getting ready. Like, then I get up. So by the time I'm getting up, another lady. So this lady is a social worker, I guess, a nurse, kinda. Okay, she comes in. She sees me, like, the way I'm, guy. And I'm trying to do these contractions the best way I've seen on YouTube, obviously. And I'm just breathing. The first time I even forgot like how to breathe. I was just feeling this pain. I was like, nah, I want this to be over. But I finally find my rhythm. I'm breathing every time they come. And now they're like 2-3 minutes apart, guys. Like, you, I don't understand how I didn't just go straight to the hospital when I realized they were 5 minutes apart. But silly me, because the pain wasn't at the extreme level that I thought. But when they started anyway, the pain level was low. So this social worker lady comes in. She's shouting at my mom and my aunts and my grandma. She's like, you guys are gonna get in trouble. What is she still doing here? You wanna have this baby in this house? You need to go, get up, child, go. I'm like, whoa. And at that time, every time I need to pee, like, I need to pee every 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Every time I need to pee, they're like, no, you're not going to the bathroom. You're not going to drop this baby in the toilet. You're peeing in a bucket. I did pee in a bucket, guys. So I did that. So the car is right there. I'm by the door. I'm getting up. I'm about to go into that car, and my stepdad pulls up. I'm like, whoo, finally. We put everything in the car. It's a rush. We put everything in the car and we go. Well, I'm holding on into the seat. I'm holding on into the front, like the seat that's in front of me, and I'm breathing. And every time they come now, it's like my whole body is gonna sink into the seat, like, and be one with the car. The way they were pressing on me, they were painful then. I'm not gonna lie. So we actually don't go to the hospital right away. We go to a clinic nearby. That clinic actually delivers babies as well. Even though, like, in my antenatal book, they had written for me that I should go straight to the hospital. So I don't know how I missed that. I really don't know. Maybe it's the handwriting. I'm not gonna say anything. We go into the clinic nearby, and we get there. They can see the way I'm breathing. They're like, okay, come this side. They make me pee, and they test my pee, and then they lay me down on the bed. Whew. And the first time I'm getting a finger test, guys, like the way they test how far you're dilated. The first time she's about to put her fingers, I literally jumped. She's like, you know, African nurses, guys. This is South Africa. Ooh, you don't even understand. Africa, she's like, relax. Okay, so I relax. I'm like, you know what? This baby's gonna come out here anyway. Let's just get this over with. She puts the fingers in, and I can feel her like circling in there, and it's not painful though. So I'm like, okay. So she's circling. She's like, you know what? As soon as she's done, she's like, you know what? Run to the hospital. Run to the hospital. You are 3 centimeters. So I'm not sure if she was correct about that though. And by that time, it's around 1:30 by the time that, like, we're rushing to the hospital now. So thankfully we had a car with us, because she was telling me, she's like, an ambulance is gonna take time, and we don't have enough beds in this clinic and whatnot, and your book says you need to go to the hospital, so go to the hospital, girl. And we rushed to the hospital, and I'm still breathing. I'm crossing my thighs tight. Like, I did not feel like she was gonna come like right away, but I didn't want any mistakes, obviously. So I'm crossing my thighs tight. I'm holding onto the seat. I'm breathing my breath. I'm still counting the contractions, where my mom is like, no, you what? The baby's coming. Stop with this contraction, what? And we go to the hospital. Unfortunately, because of this COVID-19 stuff, she was not allowed in the maternity ward with me. Yeah. So by that time I realized like it was time for me to grow up, because I'm going to do this alone whether I like it or not. And unfortunately I couldn't even film, even though I had the camera in my bag. I wasn't about to be pushing and be like, whoo, put, you know, the recording. No, unrealistic. I wasn't gonna do that. Anyway, I get into the hospital and they're like, I must just go straight to the maternity ward. Just go straight to the maternity ward. And they tell my mom to go fix up a file for me and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so they can see how severe this is, even though I didn't. So I rushed to the maternity ward by myself, unfortunately. And when I get there, the nurse is like, okay, come over here. She puts a BP whatever thingy test on me, you know, and then I had to go pee, and I'm still peeing drops of pee, by the way. And I did pee that drop of pee, and I gave it to her and she tested it, and she's like, okay, come this side. I go into this other room. So she puts that machine that monitors the baby's heartbeat and the contractions, and she comes to do another finger test on me. Okay, so I don't know why I jumped again this time. Like, I try my best, because these nurses do not play. They do not play. And like, if you're a teen, they just want you to cooperate, because you don't, in their mind they're like, you got yourself into this mess, now it's time to be strong, woman up, you know, put your big girl panties on and stuff like that. So I just had to do that. But the first time she's about to test me again, this other nurse, I jumped, and she's like, where do you think this baby's gonna come out? Where do you think this baby's gonna come out? Okay, so I learned, she puts the fingers in me, and she's like, okay. When she's done, she makes me get up, take, like, this thing that I was laying on is full of blood. So I'm like, did my water break? Like, okay. So she's like, come with me. I take that bloody thing with me, and when the room that we're gonna get in now, I see is written delivery room. I'm like, I've literally been here for like 15 minutes. How am I delivering already? Because when I was going to pee, I spoke to this other lady. She was like, she's been here since Thursday, and she's been having contractions since Thursday. I'm like, what? No way. So I was just praying to God that I didn't stay for that long. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What the hell am I doing? Why haven't I given birth yet? You know, I don't understand. Silly me. I thought the longest we would take was 24 hours. Little did I know. Anyway, for me, we're going into the delivery room, and I've literally been there for like 15 minutes. I'm so confused. I'm like, I cannot be delivering right now. But she makes me get on this bed, and when I got there, I had vomited actually, and my whole pregnancy I was actually diagnosed with hyperemesis gravidarum. For those of you who do not know what that is, it is I guess a condition that you can vomit your whole 9 months, of which is what I did. So I got there and I vomited. So I didn't have anything in my stomach. When she laid me down in the bed, she's like, oh, you're vomiting, let me get you a drip. So she injects me and stuff like that. And I'm feeling these contractions, guys. Not that I wasn't feeling them the whole time. I am feeling them. And I'm telling her, I'm like, I feel like pooping. I want to push. They push. They push if I feel like pushing. Like, it's just like, no, 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 no. And then after the drip, she then breaks my waters. Like, I feel the puff and I feel water all over. Like, okay, mind you, I had taken off my gown. I'm ready to give birth, apparently. And she's like, no, we're giving birth right now. And she breaks my waters. I'm like, oh, water's broken. I can feel it. It's warm. TMI. I thought my water already broke when she checked me in the other bed, but unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. So now she breaks it, and she's like, okay, so I need you to listen to me carefully. You're gonna push like this. Okay, I don't know what she was doing with her hand. She literally did this, guys. She was like, you're gonna push like this. I'm looking at her. I'm feeling pain. I feel like pooping. This baby feels like it's going down steps in my... I don't even know. And she's showing me some hand signs that I'm supposed to do to push. Okay, I know what pushing is, so I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna push, whatever. Let's get this over, let's get this baby out. Like, I was low-key excited because I wasn't gonna be there for like 4 or 5 days, unfortunately for me. So she's there, she's like, okay, every time you feel a contraction, you push. Easy enough, right? Okay, I'm feeling a contraction, I'm pushing, a voice, a sound is coming out, and she's like, shush. And do you know how hard it is to push and breathe with a mask on? COVID-19, guys. You do not want to, like, you're pushing. Okay, so I'm pushing and I'm breathing with this mask on, and she's telling me, no sound. Okay. Actually, she helped me because the minute I closed my mouth, every time I pushed, I could feel the pressure or the baby moving. So that was really helpful. So maybe I pushed like literally 5 times, guys. Like, I pushed the first time, there was sound, so nope. Then I pushed the second time. Okay, baby's moving. Push the third time. The baby's head, like the second time I could feel the baby's head, and she's like, the head is right there. Okay, the third time, the head is like, I heard, I don't know why in my mind I kept on hearing sounds, like when she broke the water, when the head popped up. then she was like, okay, the head is out now, help her come out. I'm pushing, I could feel the shoulder, I don't know, like I felt everything. Mind you, I didn't get an epidural, I didn't get any pain medication. When my contraction started until I gave birth, nothing. No medication, no pills, no injections, nothing, only the drip. Official was helping me. I have something in my stomach. Okay, so the 4th time I could feel like the shoulders moving down, and then the 5th time, there's water, and she's like, baby out, and she takes her, she's holding her by her feet, and she takes her, and she's like, I could see the umbilical cord, and I could see the baby, and she's rubbing her back, and I'm like, I'm just laying there kind of empty now. In my mind, I'm like, I just gave birth. Okay. So I'm lying there, I feel empty. I look down to my stomach, it's no longer, it's just deflated. I'm like, whew, wow. So she cuts the umbilical cord, puts the baby right there. So my baby didn't cry immediately when she came out, even when like she brushed her and stuff like that. But when she put her in the table next to me, she put like a pipe over her nose. So they said like, that was to help her breathe better, I guess, because she couldn't. And then she cried. Unfortunately, she cried, and I heard her cries, and I'm just looking at her like I couldn't believe it. Like, I was so nervous. I felt like I felt like it was somebody else's baby. Weird, since I've been carrying her for 9 months and I've been talking to her, rubbing my belly, but now I couldn't even imagine like what face I was gonna see, and now I'm looking at her. It was another feeling. Like, even right now, imagining it, replaying it over and over in my head. Whew, the rush of emotions. I don't know. It was something else. Anyway, I would have loved to take a video of that whole experience, not only for the channel, but for me, because now I replay the whole thing in my head, where I would have loved to be watching myself and see how I did and see how the baby coming out. It would have been, but no way. COVID-19 was like, no way, Jose. So I'm laying there, the nurses telling me I tore because I pushed hard. And she wasn't even that big. I just pushed hard and fast. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm giving birth. Let's get her out. I just have to push. What if this, what if that, what if this, what if that? But unfortunately, everything went well with the natural delivery. I did have secondary tearing, which means that I had like 6 stitches. And she stitched me up. And those stitches, After that, they take me to my bed and I had to leave my baby there. Unfortunately, I lay in my bed for 8 whole hours without holding my baby girl. I was nervous, I was scared, I was anxious, everything, because like they weren't telling me anything either. And then I found out that the nurse that had helped me deliver had her shift had ended and she had left. So that was scary. I literally cried because so many moms are getting their babies left and right in front of me, and I was just like, where's my girl, where's my child? Like, I was so worried. And now and then I would go up to the nurses and be like, my child, anybody see my child? Like, I felt so crazy because in my head there's nothing anymore, there's nothing in my stomach anymore. I'm supposed to be holding this little person in my arms now, but maybe there's something wrong, maybe this, maybe that, maybe that. And I literally tried going into the delivery room again, because that's the place where I last saw her. You know, like obviously I thought I see her there still, but I couldn't like go into the delivery room. And then they finally brought her to me at like midnight. I couldn't even sleep, I was waiting for her, and they finally brought her to me and they told me to breastfeed. I'm like, whew, finally, thank God, she's okay. And when they brought her to me, she didn't have that pipe anymore, because leaving her there with that pipe, I was like feeling so sad for her. Like, I'd never in my life gotten that thing, so for her, I just could imagine how uncomfortable it was. So they finally brought her to me. They're telling me to breastfeed. I'm like, okay, the next step, let's go. I'm excited, let's do this. My breast milk didn't come in. Didn't come in until a few days after. It's so amazing to me how babies can come out of the womb knowing nothing, be completely helpless, but somehow they know how to suck. As time went by, like, I came to find out that my milk had not come in and she wasn't getting the nutrients that she needed, which I felt guilty for and all that, but you know, it wasn't anybody's fault. My milk just came in late, but when it did come, you know, she's okay now. So the next day we get checked up and everything. Whew, guys, and I'm waking up and I have stitches down there and super uncomfortable. First of all, peeing, it burns. It burns. Oh my God. I literally did not poop for 2 days. 2 days straight, I could not poop. Every time I tried pooping, there was pain. And that pain made the poop go right back up. I don't know how that happens. So, TMI, I'm not gonna say too much. But that's what happened. Anyway, that day, morning at like 10 a.m. So, they checked us up. They deemed us ready to go. So happy to go home, sleep in my own bed. I don't like hospitals. I always feel like they're haunted with the souls of the people that passed on there. Anyway, we're getting ready to go. The person that is fetching us, so for me it was my mom, had to come with the security from the gate and come to the maternity ward door, and then I had to come with the baby and just roll her over there and then give her to my mom and the bags, and then I'd go sign some stuff and get her book and everything, and then I'd go out. My baby arrived at exactly 4:45. So my baby, my labor was 8 hours, 8 hours. Not long. And I had natural birth, which I'm so thankful for. And my baby is here, safe and sound, and I've been getting used to being a mom, the not sleeping, everything. But I couldn't be happier. She's perfect. I guess every mom is gonna say that about their baby, but she is. For me, I'm so happy. And I'm just so grateful to have such a great support system from my mom, my grandma, my aunts, my stepfather. Like, everybody was just so helpful. And I do feel blessed on so many levels. And that is my birth story, you guys. My mom was so excited to meet her first granddaughter. The best. Like, I feel like it's a milestone, even though it happened soon, as I am a teen and whatnot. it is a milestone. So that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, because I was excited to make this video because my first ever birth experience, and I'm so happy everything went actually well, you know. So I'm Esnkasi. Please subscribe, because I know there is a million other videos you could be watching right now, but if you're watching mine at this very moment, thank you. So see you. Okay, so I'm Esnkasi, and I know if I'm Esnkasi, and I know there's a million other videos you could be watching right now, but if you're watching right now, I'm Esnkasi, and I know there's a million other videos you could be watching right now, but if you're watching mine, thank you. Please leave a like and subscribe and comment. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video.